Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. The bold and the beautiful spoilers. Hayes doomed to be a demon seed like Luna because of Sheila's sick DNA. The bold and the beautiful B&B. Spoilers tease that Hayes Forrester Finnegan, Alexander and Chase Banks may be in the same boat as his sister, Luna Nozoa, Lisa Yamada. By that we mean the crazy train, owing to Sheila Sharp's Kimberlyn Brown, warped DNA. If it's true that madness skips a generation, then Hayes surely will be affected just like Luna is. Do you think that John Finn Finnegan's Tanner Novlin son is also doomed? Let's find out how this DNA tree could shake loose. Steffi Forrester, Jacqueline Messinswood, hit the roof when she learned that Luna is her husband's daughter during the February 26 episode. She went spinning out of control, we don't blame her, and she worried about her family being tainted by Sheila's wacko DNA. Of course, many fans were appalled that she chose to name her son after a man who tormented her mother, but maybe that was a foreshadowing. Finn's tried to reassure his panicked wife after Luna's paternity reveal, but understandably, Steffi wasn't having it. Steffi said, "This means Luna is Sheila's granddaughter. That crazy gene is being passed down to the next generation. It's in their DNA." At that point, Steffi may have been oblivious to the implication this has to her son. Steffi then noted the devious, sociopathic behavior Sheila and Luna have engaged in. Next, Steffi was horrified to realize that Hayes might be marked for disaster. Steffi cried out, "That blood is in Hayes." Can you imagine poor Steffi? This is everyone mom's worst nightmare. Finn tried to tell Steffi that Hayes is different from Luna, and Steffi ultimately calmed down. She vowed to help him process this nightmare, but clearly by the look on her face, she is in turmoil. There's no guarantee that Hayes will indulge in the same criminality that Sheila and Luna have. After all, he's been raised in a stable home and has half of Steffi's DNA. We predict that Finn's new information about his past will drain his marriage in ways that no one saw coming. Explosive the bold and the beautiful spoilers hint that Steffi and Finn have more drama headed their way. Do you think they can overcome this latest obstacle in their path? The bold and the beautiful spoilers. Hayes doomed to be a demon seed like Luna because of Sheila's sick DNA. The bold and the beautiful has never been shy about delving into the twisted legacies of its characters, and with the latest spoilers surfacing, it seems Hayes Forrester is about to be caught in a dangerous web. The rumors swirling around the Forrester family suggests that Hayes, the innocent child of Steffi Forrester and Finn, may be doomed to inherit a darker fate than anyone could have imagined. Thanks to the sinister influence of Sheila Carter's bloodline, Hayes could very well be a demon seed, cursed with the same violent tendencies that haunt his grandmother, Luna, and have marked Sheila's own tragic existence. For years, Sheila Carter has cast a dark shadow over the Forrester family. Her actions, from murder to manipulation, have caused immeasurable pain and tragedy. Though Sheila has been somewhat reformed in recent times, her past remains a dark stain that is hard to erase. And now, as Hayes grows older, it seems that the terrifying specter of Sheila's DNA may be beginning to show its ugly face once again. The genetics of evil. When we consider the legacy of Sheila Carter, it's clear that the woman is a product of extreme circumstances. Born into a world of pain, rejection, and trauma, Sheila's own twisted psyche was molded by her upbringing. Her inability to form healthy relationships, combined with a complete lack of remorse for her actions, paints a clear picture of just how much her environment and her genetics shaped her into the woman she became. Now, the question on everyone's mind is whether or not her blood runs through Hayes' veins. What makes the situation even more precarious is the fact that Hayes is not just any child. He's the son of Steffi and Finn, two of the show's most beloved and morally grounded characters. Steffi, who has spent her life navigating the complexities of the Forrester Empire, and Finn, whose calm and compassionate demeanor has made him one of the most sought-after doctors in Los Angeles, were supposed to raise a child who would embody their best qualities. But with Sheila lurking in the background, the possibility that Hayes carries the genetic predisposition for evil is a terrifying thought. It's not just Sheila's personality that could affect Hayes, but her very DNA. Recent spoilers suggest that Hayes may have inherited some of the more sinister aspects of his grandmother's nature, and that the dark impulses that Sheila has struggled with her entire life may be present in the child. It seems that Hayes may have inherited the same bloodlust that ran rampant through Sheila's own veins, setting the stage for a tumultuous and unpredictable future. Luda's legacy, a warning from the past. For those who may have forgotten the chaotic history of Sheila's family, we need to take a trip down memory lane to recall the tragic tale of Luna, Sheila's daughter. Luna, a woman who, much like her mother, struggled with mental health issues and violent tendencies, was a victim of her own twisted bloodline. Her tragic fate was sealed when she tragically passed away under mysterious circumstances. Could Luda's own demise be a sign of the curse that runs through the Carter bloodline? And if so, does this mean that Hayes is doomed to repeat her tragic journey? Luda's untimely death was the result of a combination of factors that included mental instability and deep-rooted violence, and it serves as a chilling warning of what could happen if Hayes' darker instincts are triggered. The Forrester family has always prided itself on its nobility and prestige, but now they may be confronted with the possibility that their newest addition could be carrying a dangerous genetic time bomb. A twisted family reunion. If Hayes' inherited darkness mirrors that of Sheila or Luna, there will be no escaping the inevitable confrontation between him and his family. Sheila has always been a presence, but her recent attempts to insert herself back into Finn's life, and by extension Steffi's, have not been entirely successful. For the longest time, Finn has maintained a strong sense of distance from his mother, but that may be about to change in a heartbreaking way. As Hayes' behavior starts to shift, it may be Sheila who is the first to recognize the signs of her own twisted DNA emerging in her grandson. The question becomes, will Sheila's influence cause Hayes to follow the same destructive path she walked? Or will it be Steffi and Finn who step in to prevent history from repeating itself? This reunion could open the floodgates to a deep family crisis. While Sheila may feel some form of possessive attachment to Hayes due to their shared bloodline, she could also be the first to see the danger brewing inside him. Will she try to manipulate Hayes, as she once did with her own children? Or will she be the one to warn Steffi and Finn about the terrible curse that runs through her veins? Sheila's emotions and actions toward her grandson will certainly be complicated. The lines between love, fear, and guilt will blur, and what Sheila does next could either save or doom the Forrester family. Finn's role, the protector or the enabler. Finn has always been a loving father and husband, trying to protect his family from the dangers of the world. But when it comes to his mother's dark legacy, how far will he go to protect his own son? As Hayes grows older and begins to show signs of his grandmother's influence, Finn will be forced to face a difficult truth. He cannot escape Sheila's bloodline, and it could have dire consequences for his family. Will Finn turn a blind eye to Hayes' growing darkness, hoping that it's just a phase? Or will he take action to protect his son, no matter the cost? His relationship with Steffi will also be tested, as they navigate the uncharted waters of what could be an unavoidable fate for their child. The idea of their son being a product of Sheila's tainted bloodline will throw everything into disarray, and Finn will have to make some hard choices. He may find himself torn between his desire to protect Hayes and his need to shield Steffi from the painful truth about their son's true nature. Steffi's heartbreaking decision. For Steffi, this news will be a heartbreaking blow. She has fought for her family's happiness and safety from the very beginning, but the idea that Hayes may be doomed to carry on Sheila's legacy of violence and manipulation will tear her apart. She will have to reconcile the reality that her beloved son, the child she worked so hard to protect, may not be the perfect angel she once believed him to be. Steffi may be faced with a gut-wrenching decision. Does she take matters into her own hands and sever ties with Sheila once and for all? Or does she try to find a way to protect Hayes from the darkness that seems to be emerging within him? The emotions that Steffi will experience are complex, ranging from guilt and fear to anger and heartbreak. This will be a turning point for her character, as she will be forced to decide what kind of future she wants for her family, and whether or not she can protect her son from the shadow of Sheila's DNA. Conclusion: A family on the brink. The bold and the beautiful spoilers have set the stage for an emotional and potentially catastrophic storyline. If Hayes is truly destined to inherit the darkness that runs in Sheila's bloodline, his future may be forever altered.